it's Theresa. Thank you for joining me today. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a card based on OWH 171, based on that basic sketch, and we're also going to be looking at You Are Enough paper that's available through Close to My Heart. Here I'm showing you basically some of the designs within that paper packet. I really like these watercolor looks, and I definitely like some of that crazy looking swirly designs. I'm a big fan of the writing style. I love it in my vintage cards. I like the cloudy look. I definitely will be using this sangria color. In today's video, we'll be using the blue Belle color. But stay tuned, because I will also have cards that have beautiful cherry blossoms and sangria backgrounds in another upcoming video. So let's jump right in. So I really wanted to just go ahead and cut up those zip strips. Those are great, by the way, to use as planting or bordering or kind of separation pieces. So those will be kept for another card. But we're really just going to start with cutting our paper. Because I have other plans for this paper, I'm going to cut it exactly in half at 6 inches, because these are 12 by 12 sheets. Because I will show you, I have a one sheet wonder or similar to that coming up my plan is to take this paper pack and make a ton of cards from it, and then show you all of the cards in a later video. But here I'm cutting the strips that I'm going to need for this card. So those strips are 1.5 by 3 3/4, and what you'll see is I'm just going to cut each one of those evenly, because there's going to be 3 separate panels. I've modified the sketch just a little bit because I liked the look of the paper more so than I did all of the embellishments to be added to the original sketch. Here you'll see where I took just a few minutes to sharpen my blade, and I just wanted to show you that little trick. Next, you're going to see a trick or a tip where I actually take press and seal paper. I put it on the card base where I want them to go, trying to evenly space them as best I can. And then I'll just basically press and seal down and flip it over, and then add my art glitter glue to it, so that all I have to do is turn the press and seal back over, and they'll be evenly spaced and ready to be placed on the card. I use that trick quite often. I have other videos that I've done that as well. Sometimes I move them a little bit when I press them down, and you'll see here that I'm basically taking that and just moving it around to make sure that it's as close to what I originally had wanted, and then I'll move them back and forth as I need them. Then I need to go ahead and add just a little bit of glue around the edges. Sometimes when I'm working with this, I like to feel those edges and make sure that they're nice and secure. I decided that I wanted a little bit more variation in color, so I added a piece of black paper to the back, because my plan is to use some black and white twine here. So I wanted to introduce that black. And you'll see here what I'm doing is I'm just basically trying to place that to have just a little bit of a border. Next, I have a square die, but I'm taking my blue Belle ink and my little magic brush, I call it, and I'm just going a little bit around the edges to give it kind of that cloudy look to go along with that paper pattern. Here I'm just taking it and adding that around there, and then I'm doing a little bit stronger at the corners, and you'll see this is a square, but I'm really not going to use it as a square. I'm actually going to use it in a diamond shape. So I'll clean my brush off and then grab my stamp. Here I took a few seconds to cut off the edge. I didn't like the placement there, so I just have the black on the top and bottom. I grabbed a stamp set that I'm looking for, that particular sentiment. Here I was thinking we could use it for a graduation card or even a Father's Day card, and I've grabbed the "You Are Awesome." Unfortunately, it's attached to more, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little scissors and I'm going to snip right where I don't want it. It's taken me a while to get used to cutting up stamps, but I get a lot more use out of them if I cut them up and use certain phrases because they go right back together. So here's my trick where I'm going to take my stamp sentiment, place it on my Versamat, and line it up so that the sentiment is straight. I'm going to add some Versamark Black Onyx ink. I'm trying to get it placed pretty well on my mat so that I can see the straight line there. And of course I'll just add it to that square which turned into a diamond. And what I'm doing is I'm actually triple securing that black and white twine that I wanted to introduce into this card. I've got my little pick-me-up tool. So I will take that black twine, attach it to the back of this base 3 times, wrap it around. Now I'm just looking to see where I want to place my diamond. I'm going to add some more of that score tape. Remember I said I was going to triple secure it just to be on the safe side. And the third one is I'm actually going to put some of the ATG gun, which is that really strong tape. And then around the corners, because there is some bulk there because of the twine, I'm going to add the art glitter glue to ensure that the corners are going to stay nice and flat. I will add some 3D tape to the back of my diamond and put it on the card. Now I'm going to look at the Daisy Meadow dots. I love these dots. You've seen them in several videos. And I really like the blue. We're trying to figure out my placement. I use some of the dark and the lighter colors. And I'll use the inverted triangle look to finish up the card. That's what I have here for you for today's video, but do stay tuned. Hopefully you will join me as I have a couple other videos coming soon. For example, I mentioned the Sangria pattern paper from You Are Enough. I have a Thinking of You card and a wedding congratulations card with the cherry blossom stamp. I will also have several sunburst cards that we will create, and I'll show you some tips on how to put those together to make some quick and easy cards. Also, I will have a card coming up to celebrate birthdays happening the first week of July, which is also a celebration for the Independence Day celebration here in the United States. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button and the notification button so you'll see new videos as they come out. Until next time, have a great day.